Chanita, I believe your name is. The question is, if black men are supposed to protect black women, what are black women supposed to do? It's on you, Chanita.
Yes, well, I've been online hashtagging protect black women since this happened because I feel that it was the correct response. What, when she was offended, was she supposed to get up and act out and show her disagreement? No, her man got up and showed the disagreement. Yes, I thought it was a correct response. But yeah, because otherwise, you know,
Yeah,
all she.
Chanita. The question is,
Mhm.
if black men are here to protect black women, what are black men here? What are black women here to do for black men?
We nurture, we do everything. We do everything. It's history has shown that the black woman, we did everything. We do everything. We cook, we clean, we cook, we do everything. We fix the house. Anything that you guys don't do. If you don't take out the trash, we do it. If you don't take care of the kids, we do it.
Chanita, I asked you a question. The question is, if black men are here to protect black women, what are black women here to do for black men?
If you want to go back to the word, it says that a woman should respect. You should have high respect for a man.
Thank you. Now I'm gonna let you speak, but do you think Jada Pinkett Smith have respect for Will Smith? Do you think so?
I think so.
Even when she told the whole world that a dude 25 years old, younger than her, was blowing her back out, even though she was in a relationship, or a marriage. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that was an agreement between the two of them that behavior was okay between the
Wait,
two of
wait,
them.
wait, 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 wait. So it was an agreement that she should tell the whole world.
I don't think it was her choice to just go ahead and blare it out. Somebody was already going to somebody was trying to what is it called, get money from her already. So she went ahead and spilled the beans so that she could not be fraudulently, I can't think of the word for it, but so that she couldn't be extortion. Somebody could not extort her. That's
She
why
went.
she went ahead.
She went on the red table talk and told the whole world. Nobody asked her to do that. Nobody even knew they had a relationship. So this is new news to us.
I would have to go back and do the research as to how the story got out and all of that. But
Yes,
they
yes.
did say that they had an open relationship, which meant that it was okay between the two of them for Will to go out and experiment and for her to go out and experiment.
But
Whether they
here's the problem. But here's the problem, man. Will never exposed himself. She exposed herself.
Oh, what do you think, that he was not
No,
doing
we're not saying
anything
that
with
he didn't
all
do
of the
it, but
people?
his indiscretions never showed up.
Oh, I think he don't have to show up. I know he was going ahead and doing whatever he wanted to with all his co-hosts or his
Correct, but
co-actresses.
you never knew that.
Yeah, yeah,
It,
yeah.
like all
I
this
knew it.
only came out because she said something.
I like I said, I really think
Ch-
that's not here nor there because that was an
Chanita,
agreement
Chanita,
between the two of
Chanita,
them.
it sounds like you want respect. It sounds like you want protection without giving respect
I don't know how you figure that, sir.
based on your response.
How? You're jumping to some major conclusions by what did I say to make you come to that conclusion?
I mean, you're defending Jada Pinkett Smith by her letting the whole world know things that we never asked for. That's
I
not
haven't
that's
commented
not
on
hold
that.
up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. That's not respect. If you want protection, you have to respect the person you're asking for protection from.
I'm not asking for nothing. I just want you to do what you do. You do what you do. I do what I do.
Right, right. But you're not supposed to bring it out into the public. Like
Let me ask you this
we
question.
were fine for 20 years not knowing. We were fine for 20 years knowing they had an open relationship and all the rumors. That's fine. It is what it is. But when she went on there and said, "Yeah, I slept with this boy," now you're putting his indiscretions out there. He probably didn't even want it out there. So
Let
now
me ask
he's
this
got to
question,
answer those
Shanita.
questions. And we already know as men, our accountability level is damn near 100%. We're held accountable from our first breath out the room till our last one on the deathbed. At least with women, you guys have cover with society, and you guys can cry and make excuses, and boom, people are gonna believe you, and they're gonna console you. They're not gonna console us. They're gonna tell us, "Hey, Will, you effing Margot Robbie and all these other women, and you got a black wife at home. You ain't supposed to do that. Oh, Jada, you out there knocking up 24-year-olds and getting your rocks off. Hey, she a woman. She got to get hers. Maybe Will ain't satisfying her. They always got an excuse for the woman. We don't get excuses. So that watching Will, and you got to understand, Will doesn't get that much scrutiny like that. Yeah, he may suck in some movies, but that's just public opinion. Something like this now, you're bringing your personal life outside, something that you didn't want somebody to know. That weighs on you as a man.
Let me chime in, Shanita, or if that's how I pronounce your name. Let me ask you this question. You said you've been out here hashtagging protect black women. Do you feel, and this is, the main topic of the conversation, do you feel black men have been a failure at protecting black women? I want to hear your insights. And I'm talking collectively, not just Will Smith and Jada, not just Chris Rock. I'm talking about collectively, which makes you hashtag that type of statement, because we all know, everybody listening knows that is a rhetoric that is always promoted and always talked about in our community. And I want to know, is that something that you are a believer of?
You've already called it rhetoric. I don't agree with that. I know because I am a black woman that has been unprotected. Okay. By a father who ran off and left a mother with 7 children to raise. And I've seen that happen so many times.
There we go.
I'm telling you about my real experiences, so you can't turn around and tell me no.
No. I'm
I'm
not
pre-
telling you. I'm not telling
okay,
you no. But you
okay,
can't. But
okay.
listen. But you can't project just because
No, I'm
you're.
not projecting.
No,
I'm
listen,
not
listen.
projecting.
Just because I'm gonna let you speak, but just because your father didn't protect you, that doesn't mean that all black men don't protect
I
their own.
didn't say all, sir. All is not no.
Okay, so
You know
Okay,
let's
so
what?
let's answer the
You can
question. Let's
Google this. You can
okay,
Google black
Chin,
women are the most unprotected
that's
people on
actually
the.
that's actually a lie, but
Oh, okay, well,
it's
that's my
actually the black child,
experience.
ma'am.
That's my experience.
That's fine. It's actually the black child.
Let me put that in the question for him. Shanita, do you feel that the black woman is unprotected more than the black child?
Well, I raised 3, and I protected them. They was never
No, I'm not. I'm
molested
not
or
talking
had a
about you.
broken
I
bone.
understand that. I understand that, but I'm not talking about just you in particular. I'm talking about as a collective community. Who do you feel is least protected more? Is that the black child or the black woman?
I would have to do some extra research on that.
You'd have to research that. You wouldn't know. I mean, here's the thing: you hashtag protect black women. You don't need to do research on that. So wouldn't you already know the answer?
I'm the type of person that I'm balanced in my thinking. I don't go from
So am
all
I. I
or
think we're all
nothing.
balanced people,
Abortion,
man.
ma'am. Okay,
We're all
I
balanced
don't
people.
care.
Yo,
I'm
Black
not
Alpha,
talking
we'll
about
end
you.
the
I'm talking about
conversation
me.
right here. It's
I'm talking about
abortion.
me. I'm talking about me. Okay. I don't go from one end to the other. All I did was make a statement. Protect black women. That's all. Protect black women.
Who's protecting black babies from abortion?
That's not the question here today.
That was the question. We asked you
No, we're
who's
talking
who's
about
less
right here in your
protected.
topic. It says
We
protect black women
correct, and that's why I
issue,
said
and
black
now you're
kids are
changing
the
the issue.
ma'am. That's why I said black children are the least protected in this country because they grow up to be the exact people that we're talking about. So if you want to protect black women, you got to protect that black child first. You got to instill in them the correct values, correct?
That is another issue.
How is that
No,
another
but
issue?
ma'am, we're making
How
it
is
an
that
issue
another
now.
issue? Obviously, Jada's mama didn't protect her, which is why she is the way she is. Will's father abused his mom, which is why he's the way he is. We're exactly talking about the same situation. That woman was not protected. That man was not protected. And now their indiscretions and their defense mechanism and their lack for a better term, their mental illnesses are coming out to the forefront, and we're having conversations about it. But y'all want to worry about either side when we need to be thinking as a community as a whole. You can tweet and hashtag protect black women all you want. I put out hashtags as well that say believe all black men. I put out be one over everyone, black first, because I'm
I've also been
encompassing the whole community.
hashtagging. I've also been hashtagging Black men we love you. I've also been hashtagging that today also.
That's not
Okay,
enough.
then I'm gonna ask you to tweet out after you're done. Black child, I love you too.
No problem.
Say less.
Hello, everyone. I want to
Slow
offer.
down, slow down. You got to raise your hand, brother.
I raised it earlier.
No, your hand was never raised.
Okay.
Thank
Well, I
you.
raised it as someone opened the mic, but that's all right.
Yeah, put your hands up, raise your hand, and then you'll get online, and then you'll be able to speak. Nino, it's on you, my brother.
Oh Lord. Well, first of all, how y'all brothers doing today, man? uh, oh man. But all right. So to stay on topic, let me answer what the question that you asked, and then after that, I do want to address this whole Will and Jada thing. So to answer the question, what is the purpose of a black woman to a black man if the black man's job is to protect and provide? Well, I feel like the black woman's responsibility in exchange for being provided for and protected is to motivate, inspire, and supplement. So what do they motivate? They motivate and inspire us to be better. You know what I mean? I feel like that's their responsibility. That's not something that you choose to do. That's not optional. No, that's your responsibility. Your responsibility as a black woman to me, a black man who's providing you protection and providing for you, is to inspire me, to motivate me, and to supplement me, and to maintain. So, for instance, if I provide you a house, then it's your job to maintain that house because I need to go out here and continue working so we can keep this house. Same thing with the table. If I provide you with a table, and I apologize, my headphones going in and out. It's tripping. Hold on one second. And so same thing. Basically, anything that I provide for you is your job to take care of. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if we as men, let's just be honest, and this is, I know that the favorite term now is misogyny or whatever, but misandry exists as well. So don't get it twisted when I say this. This is not misogyny. This is just facts. The fact of the matter is, there's nothing a woman can do other than bear children that I can't do for myself, like that. And so when black women are spamming this hashtag protect black women, well, first of all, you have to be worthy of protection. I'm not going to go out here and just protect every woman on the strength of being a black woman. Hell, we can look in government and see how that's going, off of these anti-black candidates who are so-called black themselves. So their blackness ain't enough. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kamala Harris. Shout out to future Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Jackson. Shout out to them because they black, but if you look at their resume, they have been very anti-black. So all skin folk ain't kin folk. So with that being said, you being a black woman is not enough for me to provide protection for you. Because a lot of these women, and I've had it happen in my family, they'll get themselves into a situation that's entirely their fault, and then expect you to jump up and protect them, and then you end up putting yourself in a bad situation. Yeah, so which leads back to the topic of Will and Jada, which I'm kind of I'm kind of twisted on that whole issue because do I believe Jada has been totally disrespectful to Will? Absolutely. I know Miss Shanita said, and I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Miss Shanita said that they had an open marriage. They have never confirmed publicly before all of this that they had an open marriage. Yes, has there been rumors? Absolutely. Have we all had suspicions? Absolutely. But it's never really been confirmed. So, but with that being said, Jada has straight up embarrassed and emasculated Will in the media for the last, year and a half, 2 years now, with this whole entanglements issue. That right there was enough I believe, for Will to leave her. But for whatever reason, Will decided to stay. And with that being said, since he decided to stay and have her remain his woman, then I guess that still makes her his responsibility to provide and protect. If you get what I'm saying, like would I personally have stayed with her? No, but for whatever reason, Will decided to, and I guess that still makes her eligible to be provided for and protected. But unfortunately, Jada has shown that she doesn't respect Will enough to earn his protection, which is why she put him in. Why he was in that situation we saw the other day at the Oscars. And at the same token, though, I'm not entirely against him slapping the dog shit out of Chris Tucker, just for the simple fact that Chris Tucker been tap dancing in the media for years now, So I'm not entirely against him getting slapped, but I just hate that now Will is getting the brunt of the criticism, and really now, no matter what Will done, he would have got judged, because if Will would have sat there and done nothing publicly, even if Will decided to wait to the end of the show, pull Chris to the side and have some words with him, then there would have been a whole bunch of think pieces about how the black man doesn't protect black women, And then, but now that Will did get up there and slap the mess out of him in defense of his wife, we're seeing people now saying things like, Will needs to be arrested. He needs to give back his Oscar. Oh, this is a bad look for black men and all this other mess. So he was really damned if you do and damned if you don't. I got a lot of thoughts on this, but I'm not going to take up too much time because I see other hands. So I'll come back.
You notice how black women center themselves and their problems in the black community, but they never mention the abuse that comes from them. And I'm not gonna do this gender war thing because I don't believe in that. But you never hear the abuse that black women bring to our community. And I know a lot of black women are gonna be like, "What abuse?" Well, let's start with this one. If a black woman chooses the wrong man and have children with that man, that's abuse. And let me explain why that's abuse. That's abuse because when you choose the wrong man, that man is not fit to have children. So when he ends up having children, he ends up creating what he already is. So if he's a sucker, his children are going to be suckers. If he's a coward, his children are going to be cowards. If he's weak, if he's a beta male, then that's exactly the type of kids he's going to have. So a lot of black women be like, "Oh, what abuse? What abuse?" Well, that's one. If you choose the wrong man, that's abuse. Because now you come out here and you start complaining, "Oh, my children's father is not in his life, and it's not in their lives, and so on and so forth." Well, you chose them, you picked them, so that's not an excuse. That's abuse. You picked the wrong person for your children. Now your children are suffering. But I'm gonna let Insane go.
Hello to the host and co-host. Thanks for providing the space. I just want to draw a comparison between circumstances that obviously happen every day. And the one that comes to mind is the incident that happened in Florida a number of years ago. There was a young black man who he and his family had parked at this convenience store in Florida. And I don't know, maybe they parked in the handicap parking spot or whatever, but The father went in the store to get whatever he was trying to get. And when he comes back out, there's some raving, crazy, lunatic white supremacists at his car, like harassing his family. That was a threatening situation. And that father reacted. He lost his life. And I can say that I might have handled it differently. But at the end of the day, there would have been a confrontation there because that wife and those children were threatened. That situation that happened at the Oscars the other night was not a threatening situation, and it did not warrant that type of reaction, which could have ended badly. And it would have been foolish because Will and Jada were not physically threatened by Chris. It could have ended very badly. So that's my take on this whole situation and all of this stuff about protect black women. One of the, I believe it was the host, brought up the point about what about black children? Yes, there's a whole black family involved. And if it's a situation that warrants physical violence, then you go there. But for a joke, for people who are celebrities, she's doing her own little thing with Red Table Talk. She's had Snoop on. I had various other topics she's discussed. So she's up front. She's not at home baking cookies. Unlike Denzel's wife or Samuel L. Jackson's wife, they're not out there in the public like that. When you're in the public like that, it comes at you from time to time. And as entertainers, they know the deal. That's what I have to say.
I'm gonna jump in on that. I'm gonna make a point as well. The reason why I don't go for hashtags like protect black women or that term is because who are you really talking to when you say that? To me, it sounds like they're really talking to the dominant society. You don't have to go tell black men to protect you through a hashtag. If you're cool with black men, you're related to black men, you have a relationship and unity with black men, you can handle all that at home, at your house. Tell your brothers, tell your family members, your uncles, tell your fathers this. You don't have to hashtag it. In a lot of cases, I feel these are them basically pleading to the dominant society to come help them. When you see these women go to these, go ahead, brother, speak on.
Let me ask you a question though. How could they ask the men in their homes to protect them when they chose the wrong man?
Now you're right about that. In a lot of cases, this never gets brought up about who you choose. You know what I mean? It's all about decision. Everything we do in life has something to do with your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Everything. So when they pick the wrong man, that's on them. They got to live with that type of situation. But no matter who you choose, and if you're somebody like the lady who was speaking earlier, if you're somebody who really feels that black men aren't protecting black women, you don't need to hashtag that, and you don't need to go to the feminist movement and go march up and down the street. I don't see why they'll go to a march. And if you guys ever notice, there's an unwritten rule, and I'm sure everybody in here notices because a lot of intelligent brothers, there's an unwritten rule when it comes to the dominant society and these black feminists, is that the black feminist can only target the black man, and the dominant society feminist has a right to target every goddamn body. And if you notice, at these marches, black women are the only ones calling out their men by color. By color. They'll say the black man, the black man, the black man. But when the dominant society, whenever they speak about men, they say men in general. Vague. You mean to tell me, if you go and look at it right now, just the last few years of the Me Too movement, we could just use them, but feminism and that little bullshit goes back 60 years, but we can just focus on the last 5. Can anybody tell me a case where a black woman made claims against a white man? Now, we know for a fact that white men are out here doing all types of criminality on black women, but can someone tell me any case where the black woman has accused the white man of something? But we can sit here and pick a plethora of times where the white man has been accused by the white woman. So she can make claims against the white man, the black man, the Spanish man, everybody. The black woman basically has to stick to her own kind because she knows, whether she wants to admit it or not, she knows that there's an unwritten rule that she better only focus on her kind and not throw the white man under the bus. They know that. And that's the same type of shit that's got them out here putting out protect the black woman and da-da-da-da. If you're really down with black men, like you said, Rich, if you pick the right man or you pick the wrong man, at the end of the day, that's an in-house issue. You don't need to hashtag that. What's hashtagging gonna do? You gonna hashtag that to who? You know what I'm saying? Who you hashtagging protect black women to? Like I don't understand where the hashtag. I've never seen anybody wake up and say, well, I seen a hashtag, so I'm gonna go be nice to 20 black women and go buy them flowers today and a box of chocolates. It's not doing anything. To me, it's an unwritten, unspoken thing where they're really crying for help for the dominant society. I mean, let's be honest with you. A lot of them who are putting up protect the black women are the same ones calling black men bullet bags and shit. You know what I'm saying? So are they speaking to black men or are they speaking to the dominant society? That's my question.
You made an excellent point. And to add to that, and I actually wrote this in my notes, and you made me remember that I wrote this in my notes. From the age of 1 to 21, the person that's responsible for your protection as a black woman is your father. From 21 until you die, the person that's responsible for your protection is the person you decide to marry or sleep with. Anybody else outside of that technically is not responsible for your protection. Now, some of you might say, hey, what if I'm not with my father in some instances? Or what if I'm not with my husband in some instances and I'm outside and there's a black man that I don't know? Should he protect me? That's a good question. Are you on code? Do you carry yourself like somebody that deserves protection? Or do you have an attitude with every black man that you run across? When a black man tells you take them damn eyelashes off, you look stupid. Do you have an attitude? Or do you respect it and you be like, you know what, you right. I don't look right. Let me take that off. So I'm going to say this one more time and I'll let somebody else speak. From 1 to 21, the person that's responsible for protecting you is your father. So if he's not protecting you, do not come on Instagram and Twitter talking about protect black women. Go smack your dad across his face because he is supposed to be protecting you from 1 to 21. From 21 until you die, the man that you sleep with, he's responsible for protecting you. So if he's not protecting you, go smack him. Don't come on Twitter and Facebook talking about protect black women. That's not our responsibility.
You should protect all black women. You should.
No, not.
But just stand around and be a wimp then.
We're not protecting hood rats over here, ma'am. We're not protecting. Why women.
White men would. They protect their low life.
Oh Lord!
Oh no!
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Yeah,
ma'am, come on now.
Hey, hang on. Chad,
my name is Chinita.
Real nice.
And let me just say something. Okay.
Chinita, are you married? Are you married?
I am not.
Why
Chad
not?
Wheeler, how's Chad Wheeler doing in y'all circle?
Okay. I wanted to talk about social graces of times past. If you offend a woman, somebody is interrupting me and disrespecting
Yes, ma'am,
me.
because you bringing up white men. Why are you bringing up white men?
Well, no, at this time, I'm talking about the social graces of times past. If you offend a woman, a man would step in and actually, pull out, a sword. And they do, they'd have to fight a duel over the disrespect that, was brought upon their...
A lady.
Well, I'm definitely that. Thank you very much. But,
ma'am, no, ma'am, real quick, I got to interject. Ma'am, did you just bring up somebody bringing out a sword?
Yeah, I'm talking about, so if in times past...
Ma'am, I hear you. But ma'am, hold on one second. A sword?
She brought up guts for...
A sword?
I'm talking about a duel.
Hey, ma'am, what are we going... Hey, ma'am, what are we going to talk about next? How T-Rex defended his woman?
You want me to leave the conversation, or do you want me to interject?
I just want you to stay in the modern times, and if we're gonna go to the 60s, darling, listen. If go to the 1960s,
I'm just making a comparison.
Hey, no, here. I understand your comparison, but can we stay in the 1960s? Don't go to the 1860s.
No.
Wait, no. Can I have this, please?
Making a comparison.
Hey, hold on. Hey,
let Queen Alpha get this. We're gonna
let the women get out of it, man.
I gotta just go off what she was talking about, the whole sports thing. I know about those times. Again, like they were saying, they were ladies. They was not caping for hoes back then. They treated prostitutes and all of that little ratchets like they were dirt and
Are
shit.
you saying Jada is a hoe?
Yeah, they was hoes.
I mean, Jada in this situation is a hoe, is what you're saying? No,
Yes, that's what we're saying.
Okay,
wow,
one, you weren't talking about Jada, you was talking about social graces. And
right.
two,
But I mean, I'm
and
just
two, we're
saying
gonna
in
be
the
honest.
comparison.
And two, Jada is for the streets, and if you know Jada, you know Jada. Jada's still up here posting about freaking Tupac, and she married. She for the streets. She wanted Tupac. She don't really want Will. Will was her safety net, and we gonna just keep it like that.
Yo, nah,
But
May
she
I,
for the intersections queen.
may I
She ain't even
ask
make it to the streets
Shanita?
no more.
May I ask Shanita a question really quickly because I gotta go real soon. I just want to ask her one question really quickly, and I'll let y'all take over. Miss Shanita, do you believe every woman is worthy of a man risking his well-being to protect?
Not risking. No,
Okay, so when you
not
say
not risking his well-being. No,
okay, so I guess that's where my confusion comes in because it sounds like you were saying protect all black women, but you just
I did
stated that.
not. I said protect black women.
So you're
but you
generalizing.
all black women, even the ratchets and the ones that cause harm to
She
the community.
generalizing.
I just said protect black women. Protect black
No,
women. That's
So
all.
why don't
Protect
you
black
just so
I
women.
instead of
believe
saying
it
protect
was,
black
I
women, why don't you
believe
just
it
say
was
protect melanin women?
Yeah,
Okay,
because I
well,
believe it was Rich
my
even said.
Because I know what black is, I don't have to, make
But what if somebody else
a
doesn't know what black is?
definition.
okay, my point is this. Every woman is not worthy of protection. That's something I said when I first came in the room. That's just a fact of the matter that needs to be addressed whenever you use that hashtag. Every woman is not worth me going out here risking my life and my well-being to
That's a
protect
choice. Make your
if they're not
choices.
worthy of it. Okay, so with that being said, I saw a video today on Twitter that's going viral where a hood rat, a belligerent hood rat, was in a looks like I guess a bodega or a corner store. She started a fight with a man. The man defended himself. She started swinging at him first, and then after she swung at him, he swung back and hit her 2 times in the face, real quick, pop pop. And then next thing you know, some big burly dude came over there and then started wailing on the dude. And now that big dude probably could be facing charges and stuff because he just came over there welling on the guy, not knowing that he was defending himself. If that was your son, how would you feel? Would you still be going around telling him you need to protect all black women? You need to, anytime you see a woman, you need to protect them if you see they're going through something. If that was your son, or would you tell him, hey, you need to protect those who's worthy of protection? And then my second question to you is: you say you're not being protected because you're using that hashtag. I have not seen any woman that has protection in their life using that hashtag. So my question to you is this: do you feel like you're worthy of protection? And if so, why aren't you? And I'll leave it there.
Shanita, go ahead. He asked your question.
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Okay, well, since you distracted, Queen Alpha, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you, and I already know the answer, but I want to hear it. I want the world to know. What happens when you typically defend black men who are being rightfully so good men, solid men, strong men? What happens when you defend them? How do the divestors come after you?
Oh, they be trying to come for me for my whole life. They be calling me pick me's and all of that. Man,
So you're saying when you defend the black man, you get a lot of pushback from women who claim that black women aren't protected.
all the time.
Now I know how you get down. I know for a fact. Tell the world how you regulate their ass, please.
Oh, I put them on blast. I kill them with statistics. I just hurt their feelings because at the end of the day, you're not gonna ever try to play my black man. No black man. You're not gonna
So
ever
you don't hit
do
them with swords?
No,
Wait, so
we need a hot tub time machine for that shit.
so hold
I
on.
mean, I'm just
Let
asking.
me
Y'all don't buck out the katanas and nothing like this.
let,
Goddamn conquistadors in this motherfucker.
Y'all ain't pulling out Excalibur out your purse. I
Will
just
just
need to know
showed you
what's
what to
going on.
do. Slap the fuck out of him. He showed you.
let me ask
You
you a
don't
question.
do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's weak. All he did was make a joke about looking like G.I. Jane. If anything, she should have took it as a compliment. Because do you not know who G.I. Jane is? Jada been bald for years. Why are you letting this get to you right now?
Can Miss Shanita answer the question before I go? Because she said she was distracted, so I see she's here now. So I want her to answer this question.
She's
Miss
with her husband is got her time. Sorry.
Go ahead, Shanita. Go ahead and answer Nino's question.
So my question to you is, first I got a comment. When you said, back when they said you pull out swords, that right there lets me know that you see the world through a Eurocentric point of view. Because when have we ever, as black people, used swords?
Are you trying to tell me that there were no black people in Europe?
Ma'am.
During that time period?
Ma'am. So not only did you have to go back centuries, you had to go to a whole different...
Yo, Nino, she want us to be Othello, my nigga.
But okay, whatever. But anyway, so with that being said, she had to travel back in time to a different continent, but whatever. But my question to you, Shanita, was this. Are you protected in your life? Or do you feel worthy of protection in your life? And if not, are you protected in your life? And if you are not, why is that?
I am protected. I'm protected by the Holy Spirit, but as far as human beings, no.
Hey, I got a question for you, Shanita. What color is your Holy Spirit?
If you gotta ask me that, wow.
Do you celebrate Black Jesus? Is your Jesus white?
Wow.
It's a simple question because in Revelations he's black. So I just want to know: Do you celebrate Cesar Borgia?
Why does no man in your life feel that you are worthy of protection? Is my question. Because for some reason, all the solid women have no issue of being protected. Again, I had a sister in my life. She passed away.
You need to move around a little bit more.
Ma'am, I have been a social worker for going on 10 years now. I have seen this here in Atlanta, Georgia, man.
Nino.
You need to move around then.
Nino's been a social worker here in modern times in the 2020s. She's been back in Hunger Games.
I live in Colorado.
He used a letter opener.
Where we live, yeah.
Ma'am,
but we have paved streets.
Ma'am, I have been to 38 out of 50 states, and I have been to 2 other countries outside of the U.S. So, ma'am, I've moved around. I've been to Colorado. In fact, I have family in Colorado. And with that being said, none of my female family in Colorado has any issue with being protected. So my question again
I don't have a problem with being protected
by human men.
We're not talking about Jesus.
I can't help they're not doing it. That's not my fault.
Hang on, Shanita, is your husband white?
I am not married.
Was your previous relationship with a white man?
No.
So why did you bring a white man earlier when you said that white men would protect black women?
I did not. I said white men protect their white women, whether they're scallywags or not.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
That's actually
Ma'am, you need to look at the rape statistics from the white community.
They don't. White men do not protect scallywags. They distance themselves from there, which is why you don't see rich, affluent white people associating with hillbillies, unless they're going to get on code with dissing everybody else outside of their community. They have a line. They have a line of demarcation with where their social classes are.
Well, I'm sorry. Your perception is different from mine. Where I, live around white people. Majority of my
there you go
over here. Yeah, so I would be able to tell you how white people act because over here in Colorado Springs, it's only 6% black.
So you're a white supremacist land.
Basically, I guess you can say that.
Okay, ma'am, and I'm here in Atlanta, and I see white people kicking white people's ass down here. I see white people not acknowledging other white people down here. And I'm also from New York.
Well, there's different perceptions, right?
No, it's not perception. It's actually reality. I come from Queens, New York, where that's the most segregated county in this entire country. Every little town is separated by nationality or ethnicity. And white people don't fuck with other white people in there. I can tell you that from a fact.
I'm sure there's places like that. There's places that are not like that.
Miss Shanita, can you please answer my question? Because I really got to go. My question is, why do you think that other black women have no problem being protected, but you do? Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure why I'm not sure why you are singling me out as the only one when there's millions. And it's the issue that black women are not protected.
Ma'am.
I'll give her the answer. I'm not the one having the seminars about black women not being protected.
You're not on
I don't
codes.
run those seminars.
Okay,
Nino, she's dancing around you. She don't want to ask you a question. Nino, she tap dancing.
She probably listens to Derek Jackson.
So I just want to say
That's
this really quickly.
that's racist.
Miss
I don't tap
Shanita.
dance.
What's
Miss
racist?
Shanita,
I don't
I
tap
just want to say
dance.
this. Miss Shanita, I really gotta go. So I just want to say this really quickly. Listen, I see what the issue is with you. And
No,
it's
you
gonna be a
don't.
hard-
No, you
listen,
don't.
so-
You don't know
I-
me. You don't know
this-
me, and you cannot tell me nothing about me.
That's why you're not protected right there. That right there is why you're
I
not
don't need
protected.
your protection.
Yep.
I'm good, boo. I raised three.
She got the
I don't
Holy
need
Ghost.
your
She good.
protection. I got
She got-
Jesus.
Shanita,
I got
why-
the greatest
Amen.
man in the world
Amen.
protecting me.
Hashtag
Jesus
Amen.
protects me,
Hold up,
boo.
yo,
Amen.
Nino, I'm cutting this up, putting this up in like 2 hours, bro.
So why is your hashtag protect black women instead of saying hashtag I'm protected?
Who?
Because you think that you are my judge.
No, she's calling Voltron, sir.
No.
Like
Protect
I said,
black women.
Miss
Protect
Shanita,
black women.
Y'all
I
need to
protect those worthy
leave
of protection.
Shanita. Leave Shanita alone. She got the Holy Ghost on her side. Amen.
Said it.
Son, Pastor did a number on her this week, boy. Is your
No,
pastor?
I go to church. I go to the church of Tanita Lynn, your friend, boo. I don't go to no.
That's
no
right.
house.
Is your
Amen.
pastor name the most honorable
Amen.
Kevin Samuels?
Amen to White Daddy.
No, me. I go to my own church.
Is your pastor's name Derek Jackson?
No.
Is your pastor white?
Man,
No.
if somebody
No.
don't
I
mute,
just said I don't go to church. What is wrong with you people?
Let's
So
get
you-
back
What
to
is wrong with
So you married
man?
to the Holy Ghost and you don't go to church?
you people, somebody mute her, please.
Hold on. Hey, hold on now.
We encourage free
Hey,
speech here. We encourage free speech
she's
here.
protected by the Holy Ghost and the sword. Y'all can't be mad at her. She got both of them going for. Matter of fact, maybe her Holy Ghost has a sword. We don't know that yet. We're gonna get to the bottom of that.
Fact.
We're gonna get to the bottom of that. But ma'am,
It's Messiah. No, you know what it is
She ain't
Hattori
got nobody.
Hanzo.
She ain't got nobody to get up when something goes
There is
bump at
more
night.
here with me than there is with you. Believe me.
Okay,
Man, you
Miss
live
Shanita,
around
I'm
white
telling you
Bro,
this.
whatever it is to give you a
Man, you
hug.
live around white
Miss
supremacy.
Shanita, I'm
I
telling you this
travel.
out of
I'm a
love,
travel
sister.
agent.
Let's get back on subject.
Last year, I went to Cancun, Bahamas, Jamaica, Nashville
Lord.
3
Thank
times,
you so
Washington,
much,
D.C.,
Shanita.
New York.
You got to keep that BS
York.
moving.
Thank
That's
you.
why you got to keep
It
that
was-
BS moving.
It was
You
a
Get back on
think
blessing.
subject.
Chinatown would protect you if you walked in their store?
I know how to
all
act.
those. You
I know
went
how
to
to
all
act.
those
I don't
places
need any
and still ain't
protection.
protected by a human being.
Get
So
back
why
on
would you
subject.
put a protect black women if you don't believe in protection?
Black men don't believe in protection. Please,
Bullshit.
wear
I'm
a
protecting
wear
I'm
a
protecting
Get back on
the black
rubber.
women I got right
Please
now, man.
put a rubber on your dick.
There
Ma'am,
it is.
ma'am,
They should
you're
have
the one.
before you was created.
Ma'am, you're the baby mama here.
Please use protection.
Ma'am, do you understand that you're the OG?
Or you will
in the room
have
and you're
one of
acting like
these
this?
if you don't
Hang
use
on,
protection.
Get back on topic.
Ma'am, you're the OG in this room, and there's right now at least 4 black women in here listening to you act like this, and then you wonder why
What?
we have the
Don't
stereotypes
try
that
to
we have
shame
against black
me.
women.
Don't try to shame me for being
Ain't nobody
me.
shaming
No.
you, man.
Nobody got to
Fine.
shame you.
Okay,
You're
man.
doing it
hey,
Hold
hold on.
on.
Hey,
Since you
hold
say
up.
you go to church, right?
Hey, hold on.
Doesn't
Hey, we
your
gonna get
book
her.
Say, hang on. Doesn't your book say that you let a fool talk long enough, they'll expose who they are?
No. That's
What does
not
it
in the
say?
Bible.
What does it say? What does it say in your book about fools?
She don't know. She gonna pull out Jesus.
No,
and she-
it says a whole lot. How many
Get back on
verses you
topic.
want me to quote for you?
Time out. Shanita, why are you telling us to use protection like you're not the baby mom here and we're not? There's no baby fathers in here. You're the only baby mama in here.
My children are grown, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not married, ma'am. You're a baby mama.
Why did
So that doesn't mean that my children's father wasn't
That
with
means
me.
you
You don't
need.
know me.
That means
you don't know me. You know what y'all be
hold up.
talking.
Time out. That means you need to use your own advice and use protection. Don't tell us what to do because we use protection clearly.
Hey, hold on now. Hey, kid, I got hold on. Hold on. Shanita, chill out. All right, Shanita's off code. She got a sword. She got goddamn a white Jesus. Queen Alpha,
I
a
don't
real
have
woman.
white Jesus.
I got you. I got you.
I'm a
Queen Alpha,
goddess.
tell her. I got you. Okay, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. All that.
Ain't Muslim.
Yeah, I
I'm
hear
not.
you. I hear you. Now, Queen Alpha, tell her how off code she is, please. Let a real woman talk. Let a real woman say what's real. Queen Alpha, we ain't got to search. We got a real one in this form right now. Queen Alpha, please tell her how cold she is.
Comparing the white man to the black man. You can't ever do that. It doesn't even make sense.
I didn't do that.
You did earlier. And
no, I didn't.
When you say the white man protects their white women, that's comparing, because that is basically you saying the black.
To you it is, but to me it isn't.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's not to me it is. That's just factual. You want to be
right. It's a fact.
You want to be protected, but I haven't heard you said not one positive thing about the black man. Not one.
Well, I'm sorry you missed out when I said I've been hashtagging black men. We love you.
That's not a positive thing for black. Okay, can you give a black male affirmation in here right now?
Go back and learn what positivity
What's one thing you could say positively about black men right now?
Black men will slap the shit out of you if you talk about they women.
How is that positive?
That's the only
just
thing.
showing us that we're savages.
That's promoting
topic.
That's the only thing she's interested in.
You making it seem like the black man is violent, and that's you putting a target on his back.
That's the only thing she's.
They already have one.
That's
Get back on topic.
They already have one, thanks to who?
Thanks to history.
No, it's called the right hand of white supremacy, what you're displaying right now.
Thank you. Because you're sitting up here talking about, you're telling them to wear condoms. You don't know them. How you know what they doing?
Because I can say anything I'm going to say.
And I can say anything I want to say.
No, go ahead.
Hold on, kid. Let him rock, kid.
You're off code. You will say what you want to say because now you're being emotional.
Who makes the code? Who makes the code? What's the code? What's the code?
You know what's funny? I was never taught the code, but some way, somehow I know the code. I know how you're supposed to conduct yourself. I know what you're supposed to do. It's called being a decent person. It's called being for your people. When you
people are code switchers.
When you're for your people, you don't act like certain things. You don't say certain things, and you definitely don't do certain things in the public eye. So for you to sit up here and you can't even answer the questions straightforward.
I answered every question.
No, you danced around those questions. You even went back to the medieval times. We up here wearing freaking corsets and things.
You know what? If you don't respect what I have to say, I don't have to respect what you have to say.
You didn't respect nothing no one said yet.
Yes, I did.
When?
All right, Shanita, I think your husband, the Holy Ghost, is waiting. We had a great time.
No,
my husband is not the Holy Ghost. Disrespectful once again.
You display why you're not protected, man.
Before you go, can you sing Amazing Grace for us?
That's only disrespectful to you because you believe in that. We don't have to respect that if that's not what we believe in, and then especially when we have actual factuals that's not real. We can respect your religion, but I don't have to sit up here and play to it.
Get her out of here so we can stay positive.
Shanita, you got black men and black women in here all against you.
Yo, Black Alpha, I'm disappointed in you. Why'd you kick her off? I wanted to sing Amazing Grace.
No, I didn't even kick her off. I think she drive-by. I think she did a drive-by. Oh, excuse me. Right. Hey, my bad. She might have did a camel or some shit. I don't know because she ain't living in nowadays.
Maybe her sword was ready.
Kiki,
hey, that's what it was.
Kiki, what's your thoughts on this?